welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit off the wall, I will admit, okay? I felt like broadening the horizons of this channel to kind of fully encompass me and my all-encompassing personality. So that being said, I'm going to be introducing you guys to one of my favorite pastimes and hobbies, which is tarot card reading, or cartomancy, okay? The reason why I am making this video is because I know little 12-year-old Lo would have wanted to find this video when she was a kid. I feel so at home with shuffling cards and reading them that I wish I had found this outlet sooner. That being said, I'm going to show you my trick of taking like run-of-the-mill playing cards, like any kind of deck that you have on hand. Hopefully that's okay, having that Crown Royal logo on there. That was a freebie. Without further ado, I am going to introduce you guys to the world of cartomancy and esoteric divination. For fancy words, that's basically being a gypsy and reading the spirit. So I know what you are thinking. If you already know how to read tarot, you're probably like, okay, Lauren, love, whatever you call yourself. There is only 52 cards inside of a playing card deck, but there is 78 cards inside of a tarot deck. So how the hell are you going to read the tarot? Well, friends, let me tell you something. You don't always have to read the major arcana when you are reading tarot. To be honest, you find more information inside of the minor arcana decks. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's okay. It's okay. We will be talking about each one a little bit in detail, not too much, but just enough so you kind of understand when you go to read your own cards. So that being said, we are going to go ahead and start it off. The first suite I'm going to say sweet so many times because suit triggers the word sweet in my head. I don't know why. Anywho, the first suit we are going to be talking about is the suit of Pentacles, okay? I decided to pull the aces for both decks just to make it easy, okay? The numbers cooperate with the numbers, okay? So if you have a list for your tarot, which we will get into, it will be like the two of Pentacles would be the two of diamonds, okay? So that kind of gives away what it is, but the suit of Pentacles is the suit of diamonds inside of the regular deck. And the reason for that is because this focuses on material wealth, or material wealth, corporeal, corporeal? How do you pronounce that? I don't know. I'll look it up later. But it focuses on like your material matters. It focuses on the 3D realm, the financial matters, because that's pretty important to the 3D and to our material world. You can't buy things without having money. You can't possess things without money. And coins, or pentacles, I tend to call them pentacles. Some people call them discs. No dissing. That's like a Celtic thing. Some people call them stars. Don't do that if you're going to be reading like the full deck, because there is the star card. Don't even get me started. There was a discussion. We had a discussion when we were talking about Wiccanism inside of my sexuality and religion course. We talked about pentacles and what the difference between a pentagram and a pentacles is. This is a pentagram. This is a pentacles. Do you know the difference? Sorry, that was passive aggressive. But anyways, so just like value, diamonds are value. They are like, well, diamonds, okay? And so that's why these two are representative of the other, okay? The next one we are going to go into, just like a product, oh my god, I'm so ridiculous, is the suit of cups, okay? This one focuses on your like emotional well-being. This is focusing on like matters of the heart. Get it? It's the heart. You can't keep filling your heart, your cup, if you're giving it away to everybody else, you know, pouring it out. Your heart, your emotions, okay? I can't hammer it into your face. I don't know. But anyways, the matters of the heart are obviously covered by hearts and cups. But yeah, for those of you who like that little analogy, it's like filling your heart filling your heart space, filling up your cup. Sharing your spoons, for some of you neurodivergents out there that understand that reference. Anywho, the next one, I really hope you guys get this reference because it took me a hot minute to figure it out. But wands, okay, we got the suit of wands. This one focuses on more of like the intellect, the air, the inside of your head. This is like more of like your brain, okay? Your brain. Don't get me wrong. Like, you could like condense it down into like the mind, body, spirit again. But two of the cards here actually focuses on the spirit, because you have your emotional and your like willpower. But this, like, the matters of the wand has to do with like your intellect and ideas and like the things that come to your brain, the things that you can share, collaboration, that kind of stuff. But the reason why clubs, does this not look like a club? Okay, I also thought because, you know, my brain for some reason strays off to Catholicism, like old world Catholicism, and burning bush came to brain thought burning bush, bush makes wood makes wands. Yes, that is how my brain works. Please don't judge that. But anyways, so the matters of like your intellect, your ideas, all of the brain, the good brain shit comes out inside of the wands. Okay. For instance, the 9 of wands. The 9 of wands, no, I'm thinking the 8 of wands. The 8 of wands is like kind of like communications, or like people trying to get their messages, like they'll get their message across, or like they will communicate their ideas or their messages immediately, while something like the 2 of wands is like focusing on plans and ideas taking shape kind of thing, the world being at your fingertips, that kind of thing. But yeah, so that is the suit of the wands and suit of the clubs, right? Now, the last suit that we're going to be talking about is the suit of swords, okay? As I mentioned earlier, we have our emotions and then we have our willpower, and both of those are our spirit embodied inside of our vessel, inside of our body, okay? And so the Ace of Swords kind of focuses on like, or well, not Ace of Swords, but the suit of swords. That's what I'm talking about, is the suit, not just the ace. But it's kind of like having the will to take action. It's willpower, physical matters, like getting shit done. Like that's the kind of vibe that you get from the suit of swords, okay? And of course, that would be the spade. Not because it's the last card, but because a spade, in ancient times, you could refer to daggers as spades. Certain, like, gardening utensils, have you ever used a spade? They can be fucking sharp, okay? They can be sharp. They can cut through the roots of anything. That being said, that's why a spade, action, willpower, spade my dog. Why did that come out? But actually, I totally know why that came out. We one time drew on a pair of Converse, my sister, aunt's father, and I. Can't remember if my brother got in on that. Can't remember. Don't quote me. But one of the things that was drawn on the shoe was, I spayed my dog. There was also Stewie shaving his ass and Brian blocking his face. I'll have to find those shoes and take pictures of them if we still have them. They're hiding somewhere. They're somewhere. I'll find them. But that being said, the spade is representative of the sword because all of that good shit. But it is physical. It is the get her done kind of vibe. Now, I hope I didn't lose you yet, because there is a conundrum. Okay, inside of the regular Minor Arcana, there is about 14 cards per suite. Okay, and inside of our regular playing card deck, there's only about 13 cards per suite, and so that is where we have the Jack conundrum. It's always fucking Jack. Okay, this card can represent two different things inside of the deck, okay? Inside of the RWS deck, there is pages, and knights, okay? And so there's a couple different things that you can do whatever resonates with you, but you can do a few things with these jacks, okay? You can assign a dual meaning, okay? Or you can assign it to the suits. So you could do the diamonds and hearts because they're kind of more the softer kind of emotions. They're kind of the materialistic kind of things. You can assign these guys to pages because that's kind of immaturity, kind of younger, youthful kind of ideas, while the other ones, the wands and the swords or clubs and spades, these ones can be assigned to the knights for like action, assertiveness, that kind of thing. So you can just leave them in there. Another thing you can do is the dot hack. The dot hack is like placing a dot only next to one side. So like say I chose the bottom here, that would insinuate that this is like when it's upright, this would be a page, and then reverse when the dot's on the bottom, it would be a knight. That would be an okay way. Okay. Another thing you can do is just drop one. So if you are looking to like kind of, if you're trying to make plans about like a new beginning, like say you're kind of concerned about a new move, like you're going to be moving to a new place, you can assign them to being pages because that's more of like new spirited kind of thing. On the other hand, if you want it to be like asking about an old situation, talk about that situationship, talking about your parents or like older matters, more mature matters, you can assign it to the knights, and then you kind of get that tailored insight to whatever your read is. Something else you can do is you could also steal jacks from the other, like from another deck. That's okay. Or you could steal jokers. Jokers always work. However, I do have another thing that you can do with jokers, okay? But yeah, so pretty much there's not much you can do. That is the jack conundrum. It's really up to you guys, and when you are reading whether or not you want to include the page usually is like new beginnings, and the knight, as I said, is usually more mature energy, so whatever it has to do, whether it's the emotions or whatever. Now for the jokers, these are the last two cards that I will talk about inside of this deck, okay, because it's really, once again, up to interpretation, and I really hope you guys take that with a grain of salt. But something you can do with the jokers is you can follow like the interpretations of a couple RWS, okay? I do tend to like choose specifically 3 cards depending on the situation, okay? So I always tend to throw in the Fool as one of the jokers, so you can assign it and be like, okay, this joker is my Fool card, so if it comes up, that means a new beginning is going to be coming. If you are looking into a past situation, you're not going to be using the Fool, so you can actually assign both jokers to your Death card and your Tower, okay? Don't have to. You can assign it to whatever major arcana you want, or you can assign it to the pages and knights, as I mentioned. But the reason why I choose these guys is because the Tower means something is going to just hit you, big ego blast, whether it's the ending of something, ending of relationships, or something drastic is going to happen, okay? That's why I kind of choose that one, because like if you feel like something catastrophic is going to come out of something, wouldn't you want to know, like, if it's a joker even? Like, haha, Loki's looking over his shoulder and smacking you to the ground. But it could be that, or it could be death, okay? Death card, never ever look at this one as a negative. I always look at it as a positive, because the death card actually means that it's a new beginning, it's rebirth. Think of mushrooms. I got a little mushroom tatty. From decomposition and death and decay comes something amazing, a rebirth. A phoenix from the ashes. This is your phoenix, okay? Your joker could be a phoenix, because let's be honest, Loki never fucking dies. And yes, I'm talking about the Marvel Loki. Like, he's like a cockroach, okay? It's your cockroach card. Le cucaracha, okay? But anyways, I hope that made sense. I do follow a interpretive, I use a book for interpretation. I will link this down below. I love Liz Dean and how she wrote on the minor arcanas. She's got them all written down. They've got images, so you can actually refer to images if you want to look at the major and minor arcana, but don't have the cards for it. But yeah, all I can say is tarot is one of those things that is based off of interpretation. It's how you read it. Don't take it too hard. Don't be too serious with it. Don't base major life decisions on it. Okay? It's dangerous. But I really do hope you find some entertainment in reading your own cards. I really hope that, like me, you can find a little bit of relief when you do interpret the cards and release whatever thought is just built up inside of your brain. And I hope you guys find a little bit of peace. And I'm glad that I can share this with you. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, leave a mystical crystal ball emoji because damn, girl, you made it. But anyways, I love you all and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Love you. Bye.